So the game is not updating yet. That's kind of awkward. It's kind of just not updating. It's supposed to update today, right? Today's the right day. Steam, Project Moon. Where's the update? Where's the update? It's almost late. I don't know. I mean, I guess I can close and reopen Steam, but that's a little bit awkward. Oh, here it is. All right, we're updating now. I'm gonna have to turn off the audio when launching the game though, because Millie is very copyrighted. Alright, let me just... Okay, I can close that now. Now that Limbus is actually gonna load. Okay, how does the Limbus BGM sound like again? I don't remember. It's downloading though. That's what matters. It's like bum 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 or something. I don't know. It's almost updated. I don't have to do this anymore if I just update it. You know, it's about to be updated. I'm not gonna. Never mind. All right, it's updating. It's almost done. Just about. Oh, okay. We're loading in now. All right, I think we're good. All right, Limbus Company, where are you? Is it on screen now? Okay, here we go. All right. So. Okay, yeah, no, they did update the game. Okay, for a second I got worried. Alright, I want to check out Meursault first, since his kit is way shorter. Alright. Okay. Skill 1, 3 and 4. 15% damage per thing. That's pretty good. What is this background music? What is this? Wait, it kind of goes hard though, low key. Alright, hold on. I'm getting so distracted. Okay, okay. Coin power +1 for every 6 bleed plus sinking on target. I think after looking at the IDs, I want to play a little bit of it. I don't know how much I'll play of it, but I do want to check it out a little bit. I don't know if I'll finish it, but I do want to check it out a bit. Okay, 2 bleed, 1 bleed count, 1 sinking count. Okay, 1 bleed count. It's not 2 bleed count, but okay. Good numbers though on the skill 1. Okay, 4 and 4. Okay, this is a pretty strong skill. Okay, +2 bleed count. That's pretty good, and with potency as well. Max stack 9. When hit, gain 1 bleed potency for every 3 stack. Okay, so 3 bleed potency max per thing, I guess. Now the question is how quickly does this malt color rouge thing actually stack up is the main question now. Turn ends gain 1 defense level. I don't think anybody cares about that. The bleed potency is really the only thing that is a main highlight of this thing. I mean, yeah, maybe someone will find a use for this defense level down, but I personally don't really care about it. Bleed, yeah, bleed for the bleed team. That's the main thing. 4 and 4 with additional 2 coin power, rolling 22 is pretty good with 20% damage bonus. Very easy conditional for that, so that's pretty good. Okay, 5 and 4. Deal plus 10% damage. Okay, 60%. That's pretty good. And final power up by 4? Up by 4? That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Less than 50% HP, or if target's at 5 plus multicolor, use coin 3 an additional time. An additional time. And convert all coins on the skill to unbreakable coins. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. On hit with the additional coin, randomly inflict multicolor on target divided by 3. Bleed or sinking potency, max 3 each rounded down. Okay, this is a very confusing wording for this. Meursault's bleed go, good for this. I mean, maybe, I think it might just activate bleed an extra time. So it probably would work for any team of his that has bleed. Okay, okay, I gotta reread this. On hit with the additional coin, randomly inflict multicolor on the target. Divided by 3. Okay, so 9. Because, wait, actually, wait, no. Because, oh wait, does it count as? Although there's also multicolored blue as well, because there's 2 different types. There's multicolored rouge and then multicolored blue. So maybe it goes up to 18 or something, which might be why it says max 3 each. Because yeah, no, because then that would be 9 divided by 3 is 3, but then 18 divided by 3 is 6. So then 3 plus 3 is 6. So I guess I don't know. Ooh, that's a good amount of bleed count. Well, I mean, he does bleed count on all of his skills. That is very good. Oh, right, and he gets a reuse on this coin as well. So he does 4 bleed count on his skill 3, 2 bleed count on his skill 2, and then 1 bleed count on his skill 1. So he's actually a lot better for count than I thought he was going to be. Like, I thought both of these IDs were going to be very potency heavy, but he's actually pretty good for count as well. Kind of like Faust. So that kind of makes me think that Rodya will be very potency heavy in exchange, but I guess we won't know until we see that. Okay, no, Wiki, I had to make sure that I started the right stream, because I don't know if I started the Enfield one by accident, but no, I'm streaming LIMBUS Company. Alright. Okay, defense skill, 4 and 4. This unit has, okay, this thing, base power plus 2. Oh, right, what does this do again? Okay, so he just gets an additional 15% damage just for free. That's pretty cool. Inflict plus 1 more bleed and sinking potency. Okay, that's pretty good. Bleed out. Don't do that. Before hitting with a base skill, if target does not have bleed, inflict plus 2 bleed count on target once per turn. Okay, so it's like a little starter boost on new things if they weren't. So say there's like a new enemy that pulls up on the field and it doesn't have bleed just yet. It's a little bit of a count starter kit. Not too bad. Okay, I do gotta check the other. Oh, was there? No. Okay, maybe in the past was there some other stuff. Okay. No, I just read that. Actually, hold on. What was the conditional? For every 3 multicolor on target. So, okay, yeah. So then at 9, then he gets his full bonus. New pack. Maybe? Or, I don't know. Maybe I'll wait until it's been like a week or something for the intervalo. Or definitely a strong one, but really good. Meursault looks pretty good for count right now. Because all of his skills, well, except the defense, all of his skills have count on them. Skill 1 has 1, skill 2 has 2, and skill 3 has 2 to 4, depending on if you get your reuse. So far he seems very solid, and really good numbers all around too. Yeah, the what's his clash at? 17, 21? Is that 21? Hold on. Yeah, no, yeah, no, that clashes at 21, but the damage I kind of want to calculate how much damage it'll do really quickly. I mean, it'll be... Okay. Okay, so it's going to be like 9... 13... 17... 21... 13 plus 17 plus 21 is... I'm using a calculator, I don't care. 13 plus 17 plus 21... Oh wait, it's also plus 25 from the reuse coin. Is 76, and that's not even counting the additional 60%. So that times 1.6 is 121.6, and then that times the bonus from his mask thing is another 15%. So that times 1.15 is 139.84. So that's, he's doing like 140 damage on a skill 3. So that's not bad. It's not bad. For some random event unit that everybody gets for free. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, maybe he gets more from his passives as well. So I'll check that out first. Wait to see what the other ring branches do. We have too many ring IDs right now. We need like the other we need other fingers. I don't know why we just got like 4 ring IDs in a row and we have like 1 for the pinky and then like 0 for the thumb from this season. I don't know, we have the Meursault and Sinclair one, but okay. On hit with base skill, inflict 1 multicolor rouge. This counts as inflicting negative effects with the skill. Turn end, if this unit has inflicted 10 plus multicolor rouge during this encounter, gain that. So I don't think he loses this once he gets it. I think once he gets this, he just kind of goes with it for the rest of the fight. Okay. So how do you inflict 10 plus? Oh, okay, wait, no, it says during encounter, not during this turn. Okay. No, that's wait, that's so much easier then, because you just have to hit 10 times after having this passive active. That's so easy. Yeah, no, that's pretty easy to get. No, yeah, that's good. Okay. Multicolor rouge infliction seems awful. I mean, the thing is, it's on hit, right? It's on hit, so it's gonna be like, it's not like it's only activating on this one skill. It's gonna be activating on every single hit. So this is gonna inflict 2, this is gonna inflict 3, and then this is gonna inflict 3 to 4. What potency then? I don't know. I know Meursault is definitely good for count, but I don't know how Heathcliff compares to that. I can check that after though. I just gotta get through these 2 IDs first, the Meursault and Rodya ones. Yeah, I think it should be on hit with base skill. And I do want to... I'll have to get it before I'm able to test it though. Okay, well, we'll try to do a little bit of the event after going over the IDs real quick. Okay. At coin start of Rodya's enhanced defense skill, gain this. What does this do? Deal plus 10% damage. Hold on, what? Why? Okay. Deal plus... Does he just keep this? Does he just have this for the rest of the fight or something? On Reese coin... Because why does Meursault gain this? Is that another 10% damage? I don't know. That's... Because it like works off of Rodya, but it's for Meursault. I don't really get that yet. Okay. So many passives. Okay, if this unit has that, inflict 1 more multicolor. Inflict more? So he's gonna be inflicting 2 on every hit? Every time this unit inflicts 4, heal 5 SP, 2 times per turn. And on his skill 1, he has 2 coins, which means if he has this active, then he's inflicting 4 at a minimum every single turn. Because 2 times 2 is 4. And the 2 times per turn, because this has 4 coins, so that should gain him 8. So then that will activate this for the second time. So yeah, no, he's going to be healing a lot of SP once he's ramped up. Not like he even needs it though. Never mind, he gets other stuff when it is maxed out. Designed to work together. Yeah, definitely seems like they work best as a pair. Especially because they both scale off their unique status of mauled color. Although only Meursault has... well, Meursault has only rouge, whereas Rodya has both rouge and blue. But we'll see how that works in a sec. If this unit's SP is at max, gain 1 blunt damage up next turn when this unit heals SP with this effect. Okay, so he's going to be gaining that every turn once he has the mask, then. Because he is going to be inflicting a minimum of 4 per thing. 4 per skill, because 2 per hit, and he has a minimum of 2 coins on every skill. Then that's a permanent blunt damage up for the rest of the encounter. So that's going to be even more damage from his skill 3. In addition to this, if it gives him a plus 10% damage on that, but... Okay. 2 permanent debuffs, this can be free busted for ring IDs. Yeah, and they seem like they... Because the best thing of this is that it doesn't decrease when hit. Like, there is no on-hit lose stack. It's only on turn end, which means this is another debuff that will be very easy to apply. And, I mean, they should be applying it, like, every turn. So the ring, with their types of negative effects, like that passive or that conditional, is going to be very easy for them to reach with this stuff. Okay. Supports, I don't think people really care about that too much on the stream. That's true. We're doing Limbus. Multiple rouge might be one of the best debuffs. It does serve like kind of a few purposes, because like contributing to their conditionals and then also being good for bleed as well. I mean, yeah, because they do apply a lot of it, and when they're going to be together, they'll probably be applying even more. Okay, 1 ally with fastest speed, on hit, inflict 1 defense level down for every 2 types of negative effects on the target, once per turn, max 3. I don't think this really matters. I don't think anybody is going to look at this passive and say, oh, this passive looks pretty strong, or wow, this passive looks pretty useful. I can't wait to use this passive. I don't think anybody's going to say that. I feel like nobody's said that for a while. Like, I don't know, passives, they just kind of get more and more complex, and then they need more conditionals, and I miss my plus 20% damage on heads hit when at max SP or whatever. That was very straightforward. Okay. Next up is, actually, check your sanity. Okay, now you're fine. Okay, and then the art. What is that? What is that? Is that Rodya? No, it's not Rodya. Okay. Who's that? Is that Rodya? No. It's a claw for something, I don't know. Alright, Rodya time. We're not gonna pull, but I do wanna, we'll get her kit. No, give me the chill BGM back. Thing with new passive is the way more situational. Yeah, I guess because like they already used all of the simple passives, and I guess they need to make them less strong because they already made a lot of OP passives at the start of the thing. Any ideas for the passives? Better front line. Yeah. Change Rodya for the 3% event. Currency level 60. What is Priaptai? Hair? Her hair? She looks cool. Oh, I guess the mask was Rodya's. Because I didn't think she had white horns, because I remembered these ones, but now that I have the full image, yeah, she does have white horns. You know who else has horns is Fang Yi in Enfield, who comes out within a couple days. That I actually do want to pull for. What does Rouge do? So basically, when you have 3 stacks and you hit someone that has 3 stacks, it applies 1 bleed potency. And that goes up to, so you get that stacks to 9, you hit them, and then they gain 3 bleed. So it basically, it just makes you apply way more bleed. And it also doesn't decrease on hit as well. It only decreases on turn end. It's very easy for them to apply for both. Well, actually, I didn't check Rodya's kit yet. We're about to do that. But Meursault applies it very easily. Rodya, we'll see, but probably. But yeah, no, that's going to be pretty good for bleed. Also for the ring team in general, because it counts as another type of negative effect, debuff, whatever. So for their conditionals, that's going to make it even easier to activate. So yeah, that's going to be pretty good. Okay, base power 6, coin power 7. Deal plus 5% damage for every type of negative effect on target, max 15%. Okay, 15% damage bonus. Target has Palette Vibrante, deal plus 20% damage. Hold on, what? You get 15% and 20%? Also, what does this do? Max stack 4, take plus stack times 2.5% damage from the ring faction identities. Okay, so 10% damage increase from ring IDs. If the attacker is in both the ring faction and School of Fauvism faction, take stack times 5% damage instead, so 20% damage taken boosted instead. Combat start, randomly gain 1 bleed, 1 sinking, 1 bleed count, or 1 sinking count. Okay, that I don't really like, because I don't really like when it's randomized like that. Like, if it applies 1 sinking potency, that's probably the worst thing it could possibly do. Combat end, this effect expires. Have multicolor rouge and multicolor blue stacks on this unit. I don't know if I like that very much. I don't know if I like that. I mean, because they want to have multicolor rouge and multicolor blue applied, so I don't know why they want to decrease it. Okay. Alright. I guess they are taking more damage though, so I guess that's the trade-off. Okay. Unused clash power +1 and final power +1 for every 4 bleed plus sinking on target, max 2. So it's gonna clash at, what was it? Well, okay, that goes to 13. So then it's gonna clash at 17. A skill 1 clashing at a 17. Okay. And then damage-wise, it won't be 17 though. It'll be 15, like usual. And then does it get a reuse? It does. It does get a reuse. Max once. I was kind of expecting that. Well, if you are low on resources, Meursault is in the event rewards catalog, so you can just get him with event currency, and you don't have to actually shard or pull for him. So Meursault, I think everyone should be able to get as long as they, you know, just play the game. But yeah, no, he looks pretty strong too. So random mid-tier, remember clashing higher than Maestro. Yeah, I don't know why she clashes at a 17 on her skill 1, but it's cool. Also, getting a reuse on this coin when it's already doing 15 damage means it's gonna do... Hold on, that's gonna go up even higher then. It's gonna go up to 22, so 15 plus 22 is 37. So she's gonna do 37 damage on a skill 1. Isn't that a bit much? Because that's not even accounting for the other damage multipliers. Alright, whatever, we're not gonna think too hard about it. And inflict multicolor rouge. Oh, and that's probably on the Reese as well. It is on the Reese as well. Okay, and 1 bleed count. So if she reuses it, then she's doing 2 bleed count on her skill 1. So that's pretty good. I don't know if that's the right for up to that. It's alright. I'll do 60 on skill 1. I mean, but they have... I mean, they're a little bit broken, though, because they have reuse on a 2-coin skill. So, like, they're naturally... the Heisho is the Heisho. It's hard to compare them with other IDs. Actually, although the modern IDs are... Like, all the IDs in 7 so far have been pretty strong. Okay, skill 2, 4 and 6. So, rolling 16 base, and then... 3 coin power! 3 coin power, that's pretty good. 2 final power, 3 coin power. Okay, hold on. How much is that gonna do then? 18 plus 6 is 24. Okay, so rolling a 24 on a skill 2. Alright, that's cool. 60% damage bonus. With a 20% damage bonus. With another 20% damage bonus. Okay. Alright. Oh, okay. Alright, 2 bleed, 1 multicolor rouge. 100%. I don't think it is 100% though. Like, do they? Because I don't think it's additive. I think it's multiplicative instead. Like, I think it would be 1.6 times 1.2 times 1.2 instead of like 1.6 plus 1.2 plus 1.2. 9.5. Yes, 9.5 is out now. Okay, how much damage is this gonna do then? I kind of want to check. Okay, 6 plus 9 is 15. Plus 9 is 24. So 15 plus 24 is 39. And then 39. Oh no, wait. I'm using the calculator. Wait, hold on. Okay, 39 times 1.6 is 62.4 times 1.2, 74.8 times 1.2 is 89.856. Why is she doing 90 damage on her skill 2? What is that for? Why is she doing 90 damage on her skill 2? Oh wait, hold on, that didn't even count for this thing, which is gonna make her do another 20%. So times 1.2. And then isn't she gonna end up getting a thing from her thing? Oh wait, no, that doesn't increase her damage. Does this increase her damage? Is there anything else that increases her damage? I don't know if there is. Well, she doesn't really need anything else to increase her damage because she already has quite a bit. Okay, no, I think that's it. I think it's only 107.8272 damage on her skill 2. Yeah, why? See, when I saw the coin amounts of 1 and 2, I was thinking, wow, this ID is looking like its damage is going to be a little bit lacking. No, it's not. This outdamages Ring Meursault, who was an issue because of how strong his skill 2 was. Okay, that's cool. That's yeah, that's cool. I mean, unless I did that calculation wrong, but I don't think I did. All right. Anyways. 2 bleed, multicolor rouge, 2 sinking count, 3 multicolor blue. That's kind of interesting. Also, we got to see what this does now. Okay, turn end at 5 plus stack, lose 5 SP. Interesting. So it's like sinking, but without needing the sinking. Cool. Turn end, lose 1 stack. Okay, that's pretty good. Because if you get it past 5 stack and you like keep it up, then it'll just be constantly cycling at losing 5 SP. So they're just going to lose 5 SP every turn once it's ramped up. Okay, no, that's pretty good. And applying 3 of it at a time. Does it apply on... Ooh, okay, it applies on skill 3 as well. That's good. Alright, so what does this do now? So if target has 5+ types of negative effects, inflict 1 Touche Rodya. I don't know how to pronounce that. Max stack 2. Take plus 10% HP and SP damage from bleed and sinking effects for every stack. Max 20%. What? What? Huh? For every stack? Max 20%? How do you have 2 separate stacks of bleed? How does that... What? Hold on. Huh? Oh, never mind. For every... Okay, never mind. For every stack of this thing. Yeah, no, my bad. My bad, guys. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, no, so... I'm guessing she applies 2 on her skill 3. Oh, she applies it next turn. Does she apply 2 on here? Yeah, okay, she does. So she does have an instance of 2 applications at once. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, that just makes bleed more effective. And at first I was thinking, like, 10% would be reasonable. But, yeah, going up to 20% is still good as well. Because if you have 99 potency, we're going to just round to 100. Just because, then that's an extra 20 damage when they take bleed damage if they're at a full stack of potency. She's better than Blood Fiend. I feel like it really depends on the team you want to use. Like for the Blood Fiend team, you would want to use the Blood Fiend, but for standard bleed, then probably this one. It's like Blood Fiend and Ring will be 2 separate teams. Yeah, no, I definitely think they're gonna be separate teams. But yeah, as a general bleed ID, like if you just think of her as a bleed unit, then this one for bleed, but the Blood Fiend one is most likely gonna stay with the Blood Fiends. Because she just gives a lot of really good buffs to all of them. Okay. So that's skill 2. Alright, skill 3, 4 coin, 4 base power, 3 coin power, that's pretty good. Gaining up to 2 coin power, that's also pretty good. 60% damage bonus, 20% damage bonus, another 20% damage bonus. Before use, if 6+ types of negative effects, okay. Then activate the enhanced version, which we'll look at in a second. I could calculate the damage for this really fast. Okay, it'll be... Okay, 5 coin power, so 5 times 10, 4 times 4, 16, with 50 is 66. That shouldn't have taken me that long. So it is 66 times 1.6 times 1.2 times 1.2 is 152. So 152 damage on, well, with the full conditional as well, semi-full conditionals, considering when it's really full conditionals, it's going to activate the other one, but we'll get to that in a second. Okay. So it does 2 bleed, 1, okay, also, yeah, coin power for every 4. Also for every 4, not for every 6. Interesting. Okay. That makes it easier, because a lot of them are for every 6, but this one is for every 4. Alright. 2 bleed, multicolor rouge, 2 bleed count. Actually, did she do count on her skill too? No. Okay. She does 2 count on her skill 1 though, so that's still good. Okay, 2 count, multicolor rouge, 2 sinking, 3 multicolor blue, inflict 2 bleed count. Okay, so 4 count. If target has 5+ types of negative effect, inflict 1 of these next turn, inflict 1 on hit as well. Now the enhanced version, max 90 plus 40%. Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit powerful. And I think on the last coin, yeah, this coin hits all targets of the attack. Okay, let's do the math really quick. So it will be 5 coin power. So 5 times 10 is 50. 5 times 4 is 20. So that'll be 70. 70. And then the last coin will hit for how much damage? 25. So it'll be 70 minus 25. And then 25 times 3 is 75, and that back to the 45 is 120, because the last coin, it has 3 attack weight, so we have to account for that. So basically that last coin is going to count 3 times. So now it's 120 base damage without any of the added numbers, which is already a lot. It already out damages Rip's base. So 120 times 1.9 times 1.4 times 1.2 is 383. Is that right? There's no way that's right. 383? That can't be correct. Is that right? I mean, I guess 90% damage boost is kind of a lot. And this is a very strong skill, and having attack weight on that is pretty good. Unfocused. The thing about... No, so the unfocused, I counted that for the first 3 coins, but the 4th coin, like the first 3 I'm counting as single target, but the last coin I'm counting as hitting 3 targets because it says this coin hits all targets of the attack. So I did account for that. Because the first 3 coins should be 45 damage total, and then the last one should be 25, so that times 3 is the 75, added back to the 45 is the 120. And then I can, once again, 120 times 1.9 is 228, and then times 1.4 from this is 319.2, and then times 1.2 from it having... the max stack of that is 383.04. I mean, this thing definitely, I don't know how easily this is going to be to apply, but whether it's applied or not, she's going to be doing good damage. Like, she doesn't really need it to be doing good damage. She just does good damage. Yeah, no, she's definitely a lot stronger than I thought she was going to be, though. So, that's cool. And then, right, she also has a counter that I want to check out as well, but we'll get to that in like 2 seconds. Okay, that's not bad. That's not too bad. Say ram attack. Oh yeah, no, unfocused volley I don't like, but if it says unfocused volley and then it says it hits all targets, then I forgive it a little bit. Okay, so this does 3 bleed. 1 multicolor rouge, plus 2 bleed count, 1 multicolor rouge, 3 sinking, 4 multicolor blue. I don't know why they bump it up on that by 1, but okay. I mean, I'm not complaining about it. 2 bleed count, so another 4 bleed count. Although this is gonna apply to multiple enemies, so that's kind of 8 bleed count technically in 1 skill. And then 2 of these. So they're gonna take more damage from bleed as well, which we're not even counting in the calculations. Good offense level as well, +4. So it's basically just +1 clash power. So yeah, no, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. All right, now for the defense skills. First for the normal one before the enhanced one is unfocused volley. So if all the attack weights are on one enemy, then it will, like, then it'll just hit the same enemy. So if it's just hitting the same enemy, then actually, yeah, then the damage calculation would be a bit lower. So hold on, let me run it for that too, because I don't want to, see, say for like an Abno that only has 1 part, then I do want to see how much damage that'll do to a single part. Okay, so it was 75. Wait, no. Wait, no, it wasn't 75. It was 70. Oh, right, because it's 25 times. Okay, yeah, no. 70 times 1.9 times... Okay, that's 133 times 1.4 is 186.2 times 1.2 is 223.4. So that's not like as much as the triple attack weight at the end bonus, but that's still not bad. I mean, yeah, she kind of gets more damage potential from hitting multiple parts or enemies, but I mean, she's still strong regardless. It's still stronger than Rip Space as well. Ring Meursault will be fit in sinking team. I don't know if I would exactly call these IDs sinking, but you can run them, especially in like MD where count doesn't really matter. Because the main thing is count, because sinking count is something they're severely lacking in. But, I mean, they will count as the keyword if you want them for that. But yeah. Okay, clashable counter, 5 and 4. If target has that, deal plus 1% damage. Before use, if the unit does not have this. Okay, let's see what this does. Max stack 2, cannot use critique during this turn. During the turn, this unit has this effect. Turn start, heal 5 SP. Turn end to lose 1 stack. When this effect expires, gain Holy Homage next turn equal to the number of ring student identities on field. Okay. So, hold on, what does that do? Okay, never mind. Thought that was gonna give damage, but it doesn't. Okay. So I think this was like the cooldown, basically. So she has to wait for... What's on turn end? So if she uses her thing on turn 1, then on... when did she gain it? When does she gain it? Does she gain it on here? Okay, skill end. So on the end of turn 1, she loses 1, and then on the end of turn 2, she loses another. So then on turn 3, she can use it again. So that means she can use it every other turn, I guess? Maybe? Okay, well, we'll see how much damage it does in a sec. Okay. If this unit does not have reflection... Reflexion, I don't know. And if target has 3+ types of negative effects, activate as critique. Final power +1 for every 4 bleed and sinking on target, max 2. We're not going to run the numbers for that because the next part is much more important. Well, the part after this. Inflict 1 bleed, inflict 1 multicolor rouge. If target does not have multicolor rouge, inflict 1 additional multicolor rouge. On hit, inflict 1 sinking, inflict 1 multicolor blue. If target does not have multicolor blue, inflict 1 additional multicolor blue. Now for the important part. Is how many reuses does this coin get? Because if it's 1, that's okay. But if it's 5, that would be pretty good. Okay, clashable counter. Deal plus 10% damage for every negative effect on target. Max 40%. Plus 30% damage with, I mean, this thing also gives a plus 20%. If target has this, gain 2 clash power up. If target has 4+ bleed plus sinking. Final power plus 3. Clash power plus 2 for every 2 types of negative effects on target. Max 6. 6! Okay. Skill end, gain 2. Reuse this coin. Okay. Alright, that's okay. I mean, yeah, I don't know, I was expecting another, what was the skill called? Rules of the Backstreets, I think, from June. I was low-key kind of hoping it would be another one of those counters where it just obliterates anything that touches it, but I guess activating that every other turn isn't exactly... I mean, her skill 2 and 3 are already insanely strong. She doesn't really, like, need more, but... Okay, how much does this do anyway? Final power plus 3, so 7... 7 times 6. 21, 5 times 3, 15, and 21 is 36. That shouldn't take me so long. And then 36 times 1.4 is 50 times 1.3 is 65 times 1.2 from this is 78.624. And I think something to consider is that she doesn't have to use her skill 1. Like, she can just spam this every other turn, potentially. Because on skill end, or yeah, because she gains this on skill end, not on turn end. So on the turn she uses it, she already loses a stack. So I think she can use this every other turn. So if she like uses this, then he pops a skill 2, then uses this and pops skill 2, then uses this and pops a skill 3, then she can just keep cycling that over and over. So that could actually be pretty strong. Because that means she's doing a minimum of 78 damage per turn in that case, which would be, well, with optimal conditions, of course. But no, that's still pretty good. Okay, and then it does, what does it clash at? 6, 3, okay, so 9, 18. Okay, so it clashes at 18. So it's like kind of an on-demand 18 clasher, I guess. So yeah, no, that's pretty good. Okay, and then the effects: 1 bleed, once per skill, 1 sinking, once per skill, randomly inflict multicolor rouge or multicolor blue. On hit, if this coin is the 3rd coin used, inflict touche, Rodya, still don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, that seems very solid. And now for the passives, just to wrap it up. Okay, turn start and gain a L'Hommage equal to the number of ring student identities on the field, once per encounter. Max stack 3. Okay, well, I don't think there's more than 3 ring students anyways there. I don't know. Anyways, turn start, randomly apply number of the ring student identities on the field. Offense level up or defense level up to any 2 of the ring student identities, max 2 once per encounter. Prioritizes the ring alpha students. What does that do? I read that, but I don't like read it, you know. Okay, 22 of max 2. I mean, is that important? I don't know. Combat end, inflict 1 of this thing next turn to enemies that have multicolor rouge, multicolor blue, and touche Rodya simultaneously. To all of them? To all of them? Every single enemy that has these, it just gets inflicted on combat end every turn? You're just constantly getting a 20% damage bonus for free? I mean, I guess it is at the cost of having the multicolor rouge and multicolor blue, but for almost free, that's pretty good. Well, I guess if you want to use it, I guess, I feel like there's got to be some use cases where people don't want to use it, but I mean, we'll see when we actually play the game. Okay, if target has 3+, 6+, 9+, multicolor rouge, and multicolor blue, each inflict 2, 3, 4 palette vibrante instead. Amount inflicted is based on the effect that has the least stack. Oh, so if they're at 9+ and it inflicts 4 to everybody. Okay, okay. So if it's just 1, then it's just the 5%, but then when it's at the 4, that's when they get the 20%. Okay. I guess it does other things too, because it also does combat start, randomly inflict 1 bleed, 1... Okay, yeah, no, that I don't think anybody cares about that part. Combat, and this effect expires. Okay, so it only lasts for a turn, but it's going to be activating every single turn, so who cares? Alright. Turn end, gain 1 of this. So what does this do anyway? Min and max speed +1. Okay, so then she'll go to 5 and 8, so she'll be fast. Alright. Inflict +1 more bleed and sinking potency with base skills. Which I'm guessing she has okay potency. I actually wasn't paying too much attention to that. On hit, if target has 3+ multicolor, blue, inflict +1 sinking count. Okay. On hit, if target has 3+ multicolor rouge, inflict +1 bleed count. That we care about. That is something that we actually do care quite a bit about. Well, I mean, yeah, that's just bonus bleed count. Nothing to complain about for that. Sinking, it's whatever. Bleed count, that's good to see. Okay, if any of the 20 conditions is met. Inflicted palette to Vibrante 3 times. Counts as once per turn, regardless of the number of times inflicted during combat. Okay, I guess she has to inflict it a total of 3 times as opposed to getting 3 inflictions. Like, because I guess she can't get it all in 1 turn? Maybe? Because if she, like, if she has multicolor rouge on 3 different people, right? And then this thing activates, and that would give her 3. So I guess it doesn't count. I don't know. Well, we'll see. Also, I don't think this thing goes away either, so it's cool. Alright, and then used critique 2 times, so basically on turn 3, you just spam the thing. Or used, is that her enhanced skill 3? Yeah, that's her enhanced skill 3. How did I know? Okay. Yeah, no, this one's probably going to be the easiest conditional, or this one. The enhanced skill 3, I mean, actually that could be pretty easy to do. Yeah, no, because it only requires types of negative effects, so it's not a hard conditional for this team. Or, well, this unit, because this unit alone has 4, so... Actually, does it have more than 4? It might actually have more than 4. Hold on, how many does it... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then bleed and sinking make 6. So this one unit does 6 different negative status type effects, whatever thing. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right. Okay, inflict +1 more multicolor rouge, multicolor blue, and touche. Hurry. Okay, that's very good for this thing, because a lot of it, like, well, for this example, for this, for example, this only does 1 on the skill 2, but this lets it go up to its max just with getting some resonance. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. And then lastly is the support passive. Apply the following effects to the identity with the earliest deployment order. If lost resin is an odd number, inflict +1 more bleed potency. If lost resin is an even number, inflict +1 more sinking potency. If the said identity is in the ring faction, it gains 1 offense level or 1 defense level at combat start. So I really don't care about this thing. Yeah, no, that support passive is kind of, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not like the most standout thing in the game. And not anywhere near it. Okay, any unique sanity mechanics? No. Okay. That's cool. Alright, I do want to check out the event now. So, spoilers for Canto 9, anybody that hasn't cleared that. Yeah, many spoilers for Canto 9. Maybe, potentially. I don't actually know. There might be though. Just a heads up. Just to warn people. Okay, actually, what else is in the reward exchange aside from Meursault? Ooh, that looks cool. Okay, that's not what looks cool. This thing looks cool. That looks awesome. Okay. We can't fight Kira announcer. Maybe in the rerun. Stuck at 950. Ooh. Ooh. Have you tried soloing it? I haven't. It was just an idea. It's not something I did, but I wouldn't recommend doing it either. I don't know why I said that. Okay, 20 pulls is always nice. Support. Funeral. Yeah, guys, there might be a little bit of spoilers, and why can we go so far up? What? Why can we go so far up? What's that? I don't know what that is, but it looks cool. I'm liking the music here so far. I haven't started anything. Hold on, what are the event bonus IDs? Event bonus units. 20% gain. Okay, so the IDs that I do not have. Well, I mean, I have those though, but max of 120. Okay, so I should probably try to borrow Rodya for 40, get Meursault for the other 40, and then use these two for the other 40, and then I'll get 120. Meursault and Rodya already got Meursault? That's impressive. Yeah, let me check if anybody has it yet on my thing. Rodya, where are you? Why do people do this? Why do people do this? Why do people use the facade system? Why do people use the facade system? Why do they do that? Why did I want to see the no? I want to see the new ID, please. No. Oh my god. This happened last time too. Oh my god. They're trolling me. They're actually trolling. They're actually trolling. Oh my god. This is... Oh! Rodya, why? Ah, it's fine. Okay, let's make a bleed team. Okay, you... Wait, you have a better bleed ID, don't you? You know, this is the only time I'm ever going to be able to use She-Faust. I might as well. The Blood Fiends are fine. Oh man, if only Hong Lu had a bleed ID. If only he had a bleed ID. I can't wait for them to make a bleed ID for Hong Lu. See if there's Meursault. I mean, Meursault I'm going to have to unlock anyway, so him I'm not going to worry too much about. You are a Blood Fiend. The rest are good. Okay, that's fine for now. Maybe I should do egos as well, though. Yeah, like you're just on the wrong ego. When did I even get this? Was this from the thing? Yo, when did I unlock this? What the? I mean, works for me. All right. Pass. Yeah, I guess it was wasn't the tier 80 or 90? I don't remember. I forgot this was a thing, low-key. Because I haven't looked at the pass at all. Okay, but I'm like, who has that many egos? Oh wait, no, that's the all. Never mind. Never mind. Sorry, Ryoshu. I didn't mean it. Okay, this is the menu I wanted. Yeah, no, there's not really... Okay, you're going on Fluid Sac very easily. There's not really anything too specific for bleed anymore. Never mind. Just kidding. Just kidding. Honglu, do you have anything for bleed? No. I think Honglu really needs a bleed ID. If only Project Moon would just make a bleed ID for Honglu. It's just been so long since he's got a proper bleed ID. I mean, there's a Hook Office Fixer and... do you have a bleed ego? No, you do not. Do you have a bleed ego? Nope. Do you? Yes, and you're already on it. On this one too. Kurokumo Honglu. That is definitely an ID for sure. Yeah. That's not Kurokumo. 2 bleed. Yeah, should I run him? Maybe I should run him. Actually, no, I'm not even... No, we need the passive of plus 20% damage. It's just too good. It's just too good to pass up on. Oh, wait, hold on. We need Ring Otis, and we're not even gonna slot her into the actual fights because I'm not using her. I am not using her. That's a great noise. Maybe I should level her. No, she's not getting the buffs from like any of the other IDs. It doesn't matter. Okay, we just need to find a deployment order that works. Oh wait, I need Rodya in the team. Oh wait, she's in the team. Should I have her in slot 1? I'm gonna have her in slot 1. Rodya, welcome to slot 1 for the first time ever. You. Should I level them? I don't really want to though. I probably should though. I guess I can. They're part of the bleed team. I might as well. All right, we'll level them. I guess I could. Okay, and then Heathcliff, and then Gregor. Should I level him, or should I just put on Ryoshu? Hold on, this is like Ryoshu's Kanto or something. Let's get Ryoshu on this team. Maybe she should be slot 2, actually. It's fine. Probably. We can actually swap these guys in like that. Okay, that's our team for the Intervalo now. Well, let's run it. I'm probably also not going to play through like the full thing, but I do want to do like a little bit of it. Funeral. Please be voice acted because I don't want to have to read all this. Funeral was held for Kanto 9 spoilers. Kanto 9 spoilers. Kanto 9 spoilers. Kanto 9 spoilers. Interval boss is kind of hard. Interesting. I mean, I'll figure out what it is when we get to it. A funeral was held for Martin and the LCE researchers today. I thought I'd seen more than my fair share of deaths throughout my journey with the sinners. But never before had I witnessed this many people gather in one place to mourn the deceased together. The unfamiliarity made me feel a bit out of place. This is the first time they're actually like mourning the loss of somebody in this game. Because they kind of just move on from everything very quickly because they always got more stuff to do and they don't really have time to like grieve. So this is like the first time they're actually like mourning. No, it's not voiced. I'm gonna have to read it. Okay. I can't like not imagine Sinclair with like the voice that's like Am I doing this right? Yeah, no, I'm not doing that again. Most of the sinners seem to be feeling that similar sense of being out of their element as well. Deku, yes, the Deku voice for Sinclair. I feel like it's just so fitting. Did I just read this? Maybe. I don't remember. I'll read it again. Most of the sinners seem to be feeling that similar sense of being out of their element as well. Wait, no, I did read that. Some of them were asking Meursault, apparently the most knowledgeable of them all, when it came to funeral process and etiquette. All manner of questions for pointers. That's very oddly specific. Why is he so knowledgeable about funerals? Expressing respect is the primary purpose. Hand placement and gesture are unimportant if that objective can be accomplished. Hey, where do I put this? Beneath the third pillar to the right. Can't any of you quit chattering for 1 second? Have you all forgotten the instruction to carry yourselves with solemn propriety that befits the occasion? Cut me some slack. I haven't been to funerals all that much. I'm surprised she's not eating while at the funeral. I mean, I did tell you to read the manual. I even underlined all the important parts for you. Solemn like lament. Yep. Solemn like lament. Lucky, that would be a great title for something. See, now, if only a skill came out that was called Solemn Lament, and then I could have titled a stream A Solemn Like Lament. For Heathcliff's Canto, that would have been so great. It's fine. Groan. Sorry, Ishi, the wall of text was just too much for me. My focus started fizzing out from page 30 onwards. Hadn't every sinner here attended a funeral before, back when we set foot in that grim manor in T-Corp? Ah, thou speakest of the funeral held in young Heathcliff's manor, dost thou not? The one bereft of the dead. Bereft of the dead? I mean, someone had to have died, because there wouldn't have been a property dispute big enough to involve the Ufi Association's notarization. Otherwise, I've said this time and again, but it was just unintentional anonymity to prevent family strife. What funeral did they attend? I don't remember them attending any funeral. Intentional anonymity, is it? If the situation was indeed as thou sayest, then there was no helping it, forsooth. Yet 'tis a pity that the dead wasn't named at their own funeral. The name of the deceased was Catherine's funeral. She was very dear to Heathcliff. Yeah, so, yeah, by the way, guys, spoilers for Canto 6. My bad. My bad. I mean, if there's spoilers for Canto 9, people might as well assume spoilers for the other Cantos as well, but, sorry. Sorry. Spoiler for the game Limbus Company. I don't know if you guys heard of it, but there's some plot points that happen in this game called Limbus Company, and this one little story kind of talks about them, so just a heads up to anybody. Okay, I've thoroughly reviewed the past 5 years worth of Volko newspapers pertaining to the matter, yet no such name relevant to the case was identified, manager. It's fine, Clockhead. At least you remember. That's good enough, innit? Had to be the Golden Bow's influence. Somewhere along the way, everyone's memories of the event at Wuthering Heights had become warped. The sinners seemed to think that the Golden Bow had always been there in that manner, and that Nellie was coaxed into stealing it by Herman. Linton, in their minds, was now a grieving brother who had been conducting research for his dead sister's sake. Nobody questioned it. Not Don Quixote, not Faust. Every single sinner believed the twisted version of the memory as if it was a proven fact. Heathcliff and I gave up trying to correct them. Instead, we'd just check in on each other's memories every now and then. Because if there's something that he and I realized, it was that anything tied to Catherine had already been painted over. Every detail gilded and glossed over with the glow of the bow. That rhymes. The point is, how should I put this? The circumstances of that funeral didn't exactly leave us much room to properly express our condolences back then. Did they have a funeral for Catherine? For Kathy? I don't think they did. I don't remember them having a funeral. I mean, yeah, there was a coffin at some point, but I don't think they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna grieve for whoever's in that coffin. Like, I don't think they did that. Okay, anyways, circumstances of that funeral didn't exactly leave us much room to properly express our condolences back then. Between Heathcliff running on a rampage and that Hindley guy bent on interfering with the execution of the will, so I assumed that sort of impediment was pretty common stuff for funerals, but apparently not, huh? That's about to be a very different story. No, well, I think it's actually rare to see a place that follows proper funeral procedures. What does processions even mean? I've traveled around quite a bit myself, but I can't confidently say that I've ever been to a legitimate funeral. What? Have you been to illegitimate funerals? What does that mean? One at Wuthering Heights was one of the more proper funerals, if only for pretending to have a process. They at least prepared a coffin and even had a formal reading of the will. I don't remember that part. I low-key just don't remember. Who was Kathy? Exactly. You know what would be so funny if... Oh, that would be so funny if at the end, if I streamed Canto 6 and then I ended up banning the word Kathy from chat. Oh, that would be so good. And then, oh, that's so smart. I'm such a genius. Oh my god. And then nobody would be allowed to type Kathy. Oh, that's such a good idea. Oh, that's such a good idea. I'm so smart. Like if everyone that types Kathy and it's like censored for everybody, that'd be great. That would be great. Okay, wait, do you actually not know? Did you not read Canto 6? Wait, I thought you were playing into the bit that people do with Kathy, but I didn't. Okay. Okay. I was like, wait, I hope you don't think that we're just like dismissing you and, and writing you off. Okay, all right. Okay. The one at Wuthering Heights was one of... Okay, I just read that. If only for pretending to have a process, they at least prepared a coffin and even had a formal reading of the will. Seems funerals are far from being an everyday custom in the city. Important for the plot. It is quite important for the plot. Funerals are considered a rather extravagant practice here as well. I forgot this guy was here for a second, low-key. Like, I guess because we just did the other LCE Intervallo thing, so I kind of forgot he was, like, with everyone. Like, in the current story, I mean. Funerals considered a rather extravagant practice here as well. Corporations are not eager to grant time off just because it's irrelevant. Someone has died, and the price of real estate seldom makes it viable to buy land and erect memorial houses on it. I'm gonna drink water. I've drank water. I just thought you guys should know. Okay. No, Dante has voice acting. He has his usual VA. I guess I could read from it too, though. Since I'm already doing everything else, might as well. And what other options do we... Yeah, then what other options do people usually have? Is there just cremating them or something? We used to just leave them where they died. And after one night's sleep, the bodies were gone, just like that. Oh, right, the sweepers are a thing. Don't they, like, you know, sweep? Better than paying loads of money to bury him somewhere just to have that stir up a load of daft rumors, huh? Rumors? You know, rumors about there being valuables buried with the bodies, or an arm being some fancy prosthesis, all that rot. Better to let the dead go in peace than to bury them in a grave just for some sods to later desecrate it. Hong Yuan, people tend to set up graves if they have enough room to spare. Of course, there wasn't a guarantee they wouldn't lose the burial room by the next restructuring day. Hohenheim scoffed and hung his head. Otios? We're Googling this word immediately. Otios foolishness. What does this mean? Otios. Definition. An adjective meaning producing no useful result, futile or superfluous. Futile. Bye. I think that's adios. Pretty close though. It's not too far away. Oh, you know what is far away? My phone from being fully charged. Oh well. At least I don't need the calculator anymore. Okay. Otios foolishness, all of it. Is that how you pronounce that? Maybe it's not, I don't know. Comforting the soul of the departed, another... Mendacity? What is this? I'm gonna guess the words mend means like a healing formality, perhaps. Mendacity definition. Mendacity refers to the tendency to lie, habitual untruthfulness, or the quality of being untruthful and dishonest. Okay, I mean, I guess this sentence makes sense in the sense that he's a cold, rational scientist, I suppose, is the character he's going for. All this fun so carelessly squandered, all for the purpose of furnishing the living with a fragile excuse to cling on. Are those words from his heart, or just something said to convince himself? Whichever was the truth, I couldn't see the look on his face with his head tucked so low. The funeral didn't last long. It was just a brief moment of silence, followed by a few quick goodbyes that were shorter still. The ceremony came to a close once Alyssa, who was still in recovery, came to pay her final respects. The flames devoured the coffins of Martin and the other researchers, announcing the end of their existence with the crackle of firewood. See, now, maybe if he was a 3-star instead of a 2-star, then maybe... I mean, like maybe his stats would have let him tank a little bit more, but... So, I suppose you'll be leaving now? Oh. We're staying until Gregor's stable enough to travel. Dante says we'll remain here until Gregor's condition settles. Ah. Gregor came to his senses again after a few days after his unforeseen metamorphosis in the battle against the Thumner's father. Metamorphosis, like Kafka's metamorphosis, like Kafka, Star Rail. He was given a checkup, and Honheim said there is no cause for concern. Physically, that is. The psychological assessment turned up disastrous, to say the least. Gregor was declared unfit for combat deployment for the time being. Kafka turns into a butterfly. I think Kafka turns into a cockroach. I think. Is that how it goes? Is it the guy? Is that it? Kafka turns into a cockroach or something? Is that what the book's about? I don't know. I didn't read it. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I was declared unfit for combat deployment for the time being. Which means that we don't have to level his ID, so hopefully we didn't do that. Oh wait, right, I didn't. Okay, that's fine. That's good. So you won't be leaving just yet. Good to know. Then I assume you'll be okay with us borrowing Sinclair for a while. Sinclair? Oh, right, because he also had a little stage alteration form change thing. He popped ult. Me? Me? Yes, you, the LCE one. I feel like Sinclair is the only one who, like, I feel like has a very distinct voice as the Deku voice. Like, everyone else, I feel like Meursault I try to be more monotone for, but, like, Sinclair's, like, the only one that is, like, a very obvious, like, I guess, like, I don't really have a voice range. Like, I'm not a voice actor. I'm not a professional. I've never acted. I don't read things out loud. So yeah, Dante's voice actor I think is pretty good. Like, it sounds pretty accurate to how a clock would sound. Yes, you, the LCE, wants to look into the sign you manifested, Sinclair. The higher-ups didn't waste a second green-lighting the project, which means what I'm telling you is more a notice of investigation than a request for permission. Huh? What invest? I can't do it. I can't do it right. What investigation? What are you... Just got back. That's what you're up to. Immediately gets interesting. Okay, that sounds good. It's just a rather rudimentary instance of human experimentation. Calm yourself. What? Human experimentation? Do you really have to put it like that, boss? Not to worry, Sinclair. A swipe or two on your skin and maybe some talk therapy. That's all there is to it. So he's getting skin care, you say? Of course, if we had your consent, the avenues of research could be vastly... No, I'm not giving you my consent. Okay, that's gonna be a meme template. For your reference, the other departments have also submitted some quite enthusiastic requests for research and observational purposes. Oh, you have no idea. We had to get Boss to fend off the LCA's Mirror World Observatorium department and their hissy fits. They wanted to be the first ones to get their hands on you and spearhead the research, you see. And we'd allowed them. They'd have kept you for a good few months before letting you go, so the least you could do to thank us is be a good boy and cooperate. Ah, just in time, our researchers are here. Also waved at the researchers who were filling out the funeral hall after paying their respects. It wasn't long before Sinclair found himself surrounded on all sides. IDK that you can claim all the weekly. Yeah, I mean, well, you gotta finish 4-5, but once you do that, when it asks you if you want to go into parallel superposition, whatever thing, you just press cancel, and then you're good. It took 4-9. Oh, it's unfortunate. Wait, I'm perfectly capable of walking there on my own, so just don't run any painful tests on me. Of course, of course. Stay strong, Sinclair. All I could do was to offer an unspoken encouragement to Sinclair, who sounded ready to collapse into full-blown panic any minute. What about you? You not going with them? Oh, it's back to the long-term recovery ward for me. I always thought scientific research was the one thing that flamed my passion, but the recent events having introduced me to the merits of paid sick leave, I realized that time off beats research projects in my book, marginally. Joy won't last, so I highly suspect that every request for PTO submitted by our department will be rejected for the rest of the year. That's unfortunate. Download new update. I mean, sometimes I feel like they do just like fix a small thing. Like there could be like a text error or something, because sometimes they will just do like a very small patch. Well, it's true your average corporation doesn't give more than a week off a year. As soon as Alyssa trudged off with her dragging steps, the researchers seized Sinclair and carried really him away. Wait, they just picked him up and walked off with him? Okay. Alright, we should get going too. Oh, do you all have somewhere else to be? Well, I thought I'd go visit Gregor. I'm worried about him. Got something I said I'd help with. Gotta be there for it. There's Assistant Heathcliff for you, ready to assist. Hohenheim. I'm going with Sinclair to get some rest, also to keep an eye on the researchers and stop them if they try anything fishy with the experiments. Let me know later if you need anything, Dante. Centers fanned out in different directions. They seem to have their own errands to run during our stay at the LCE. Kira announcer? Well, wait, did they just release that? In a patch? Yes! That's so random. Wait, is it like one of the event rewards, or is it like on the banner? Or is it just a paid lunacy thing? I tried. What? Event? Okay, that's good. That's much more manageable than event. Okay, that's much better than having to spend a lunacy on that. Even though I don't use announcers. I don't know why I spent 150 polls to get the Gebra announcer when I don't even use announcers. That was a mistake. That was actually such a mistake. Because I didn't even like get anything from those polls. I mean, actually, no, I got like one thing, but... Okay, anyways. The sinners fanned out in different directions. They seem to have their own errands to run during our stay at the LCE. Everyone's busy with their own thing. Puff. How am I supposed to make that sound effect? No, hold on, maybe... Was that good? Is it? sorry. I probably shouldn't do that. Puff sound effects. That was good. Yeah, this one. Not the last one though. Oh, my bad. Sorry. I don't know if that's allowed. So windy today. Oh my god, there's this one video of very loud. Oh, that's my bad. I guess I did go in the red zone on OBS. That's my bad. Sorry about that. The only ones keeping me company now were Ryoshu, who'd been filling the air around thick with cigarette smoke, and Don Quixote, who was sniffing and asking around at every corner for Vespa in a valiant quest for the new color fixer's whereabouts. Faust was still here, too, staring blankly into the air. Is she accessing the Gessel shaft? Okay, is it pronounced Gessel shaft? Dumb Faust. No, no, no. No Dumb Faust. Hold on, I didn't skip things, did I? Okay, yeah, no, we're good. Seem to have some spare time, manager. So I stood there wondering what I should do next to pass the time. Pass on? Roll credits. Hohenheim, who had apparently finished tackling and signing the stack of papers, walked over to me. Shell? Geshel shaft? Geshel shaft? Hold on, that doesn't... Geshel shaft? Faust shaft. Nope, nope, probably not that. Okay. Gessel shaft. Close enough. Yeah, the Faust chord. Okay. Hohenheim, who had already finished tackling and signing the stacks of papers, walked over to me. Let's not talk about Faust's. Let's. I mean, I guess she does have a. Wait, does her base ego have a staff? I guess Faust. Wait, does she have it? Okay. Anyways. This makes things rather. Broom. Just sort of in the base ego art. Meursault IDs, not as event dispense. His is on the. It's like in the event rewards instead of the event dispenser. You can get like as long as you have the points for, but it's in the event rewards section instead of the. Like it's not in the dispenser area. It's in the event rewards section. Okay. Okay. This makes things rather convenient. There's something I intended to discuss with you and Ryoshu, a matter that requires your assistance. What kind of assistance? What kind of assistance? Says Clockhead. Wait a minute, did Ryoshu just step in as my interpreter? It's not that I don't appreciate her gesture, especially since she'd usually snap at me and tell me to find someone else to interpret whenever the issue came up. But I can't help but doubt whether her choice method of interpretation actually accomplishes anything. Song ego. Ooh, that's a little unfortunate. There is, I must admit, a certain novelty in witnessing the reconstitution of that which requires interpretation into yet another linguistic form equally demanding of it. Yeah, I guess she's translating Dante's speech into her own translation of speech. And then he has to interpret her translation. Wow, she really is just overcomplicating things. Well, I mean, I guess everyone understands each other, so it's not that bad. Seem we are in need of more manpower. Scratching his head, Hohenheim looked around for a moment before coming to a sudden pause, as though an idea had crossed his mind. At the end of his gaze was a certain someone who was very busy badgering LCCA employees with her relentless questioning. That would be Don Quixote, wouldn't it? Who else, pray, might know where he is if thou knowest not? Now listen closely. The one I seek is a bearer of hair fashioned in the likeness of a bowl. What a way to say, oh, he's got a bowl cut. That's great. You there, why don't you join us too? Dost thou speak of me? The LCCA personnel, who were cornered by Don Quixote and her rather forceful interrogation regarding Vespa's whereabouts, took the opportunity and fled the scene without so much as a backward glance the moment their captor turned her head to answer Hohenheim. Court Meursault. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's all a bit rough. I mean, at least our Court Meursault has bleed. Oh wait, never mind. The new one has. Never mind. Sorry. Anyways. Indeed, there's a task that requires your assistance. But I have yet more words to trade with the most noble yellow harpoon. You seek to emulate the virtue of chivalry. Does that entail turning down the earnest plea of those in need? Some bit of testing, Blood Fiends and Ring are definitely separate. I mean, yeah, they definitely do, because they kind of both buff each other within their own circles. Like, the Blood Fiends buff Blood Fiends, and the Ring buffs Ring. For the sake of clarity and distinction, it would be prudent to assign you to a different identifier from that of my assistant. You are to be number 2. That is, assistant number 2. I don't know if that's a great name. I don't know if her being known as number 2 is a great revelation to have. I have not yet concluded mine exchange with the yellow harpoon, but no true knight would abandon those who call for aid. Pray, seek thy quest. How may I be of service to thee? Delegating the interpretation of the manager's speech to sinner number 4 has proven to be counterproductive. As such, your task will be to report to me what the manager says. He's saying Ryoshu's too difficult to translate from Dante's translations, so he's having someone translate into Old English instead. Is it Old English? I don't know, she has like this Shakespearean way of speaking though. You know, it'd be really great if I really wish they had Dante speak and then Ryoshu translate from Dante and then Don translate from Ryoshu. That would be great. That would be really good. Just like a game of telephone with the most incoherent sinners would be... That would be awesome. Okay. Oh, that is indeed a simple task. However, this... Oh, what was that? What? No, wait, no. What was this again? This work... What was it? I don't remember. Whale koalas over accessibility. What kind of assistance? That works too. However, this what kind of assistance eludeth mine understanding as well. Prithee, allow me but a little time to uncover its mystery. Relay the manager's words, not Sinner Ryoshu's. No. Relay Sinner Ryoshu's words. Please play the game of telephone. Yeah, no, Faust has to step in, or else he's not going to understand a word. Although, okay, right. I know why he didn't ask for Faust's help, because he and Faust have this, like, have this beef going on between them where they're like, I'm smarter, no, I'm smarter. And yeah. Can't wait for it to get up to the other side. I mean, yeah, no, I've been taking a while in this dialogue. I don't know how far I'll get. They're asking you what kind of assistance you need. Request for interpretation was not directed to you, but I cannot deny that your meddling in the present circumstance is a welcome one. I don't want to spoil it. No spoiling! No spoiling! Oh yeah, guys, by the way, this canto, or this intervallo has spoilers for the entirety of LIMBUS Company. I found that out when they talked about both cantos 9 and 6. Oh no, I'm talking about other spoilers, because Kathy came up, and I said there were spoilers for canto 9, but I mentioned there were spoilers for canto 6, so... yeah, just a just a reminder to the people. Simply that irrationality, simply that the irrationality and the inefficiency of your suboptimal staffing choice and workflow have become sufficiently unbearable. Faust hopes this was not some guileful scheme devised to elicit Faust's cooperation. Warning, spoilers for the story up to and including Canto 9. That works. Yeah, guys, LIMBUS Company stuff is gonna happen in the game LIMBUS Company. I don't know if you guys were aware, but yeah, I think that's a pretty good disclaimer. In any case, manager, this request of mine concerns an investigation into the back doors located in the House of Spiders. The back doors. I deemed that the two of you should be the ones most familiar with the structure and layout of the house. After all, you were the one monitoring the entirety of the 5-pronged assault operation in Center Number 4. Was Dante giving people orders remotely? Okay. I don't know when they ever established that, though. Because that, I mean, yeah, no, because that does make sense, because he can only, like, give orders to the people that he, like, you know, can give orders to. Okay, that makes sense, then. The entire canto? I don't think it was the entire canto. Because I think there was a part in part 2, when the sinners were separated, he could only control the ones that were, like, with him, I'm pretty sure. Malkuth effect? What is that? Oh, the one where he summoned them at the end. Okay. I deemed that the two of you should be the ones most familiar with the structure. I just read that, didn't I? Oh, wait. 5-pronged assault operation and Center Number 4's familiarity does not bear repeating. Do I go back to the House of Spiders right away? House of Spiders right away. You've assisted enough. Perhaps you could help Faust. I guess the main thing about Ryoshu's acronyms is the main thing that helps decipher it is context. So without context, I could understand why he would be very confused by Ryoshu. Because also he's probably thinking of like many different acronyms at the same time as well that it could possibly be, and that probably throws him off. Malkuth's rain imperfect manifestation. Comes the imitations with. I forgot that lets him control them remotely. Interesting. Perhaps you could help Faust? Sure. Although not word for word, Faust relayed my intention to Hohenheim, who responded by shaking his head. Not immediately, no. There's one more member you should bring along. It's Meursault, isn't it? One more member? It's Meursault. It's Meursault. It's Meursault. Seeing me tilting my head. Wait, no, it could be Rodya as well. It could be both of them. Who's the member? Who's gonna be? Seeing me tilting my head, Hohenheim pushed up his glasses. The apprentice who was captured alive in the House of Spiders. Oh, it's Kira. Kira, she has regained consciousness. Oh? Do we get to fight now? Well, maybe in the next one. Maybe in the next one. Place Hohenheim let us. Well, it's less like a recovery ward and more like an interrogation chamber. No, this looks pretty much like a recovery ward. I mean, I guess except for the one-way glass. Yeah, that one sound effect. Bong. Akira. Yeah, no, that's great. Okay. Though every single medical equipment installed around seemed to be state of the art. This place looks so well equipped. Probably a direct order from upper management. I feel like Faust would talk like Frieren. In like when she's not being voiced, I just imagine her sounding like Frieren. I feel like she just gives that vibe. Or I guess maybe not sound like, but she just gives the same vibe, kind of, a little bit. Probably a direct order from upper management, although technologies to restore lost body parts are common enough in the city. A facility of this kind is required to persevere to preserve the original form of her lower body in the reconstruction process while keeping the cost reasonable. Reasonable, huh? Was she banned from the Faust Accord, by the way? Like, I forgot what happened at the end of Canto 5. Did they kick her out, or did they just take away her perms, and did they give her a worse role? They gave her the role of stupid Faust. They took away her admin. Okay, I guess she... Actually, can she still ask things, though? That I'm not sure of. Has she been kicked out? Has she been kicked out? I mean, she was able to access it, though, so it doesn't sound like she was, like, completely cut off from it. But it sounds like she was just demoted at the end of Canto 9. So, okay, so she's not like kicked out. So she can still like ask for information. She can still do a VC. She still has chatting perms. She wasn't demoted at the end of Canto 9. Demoted long ago, just agreed to have her nickname changed. I mean, I feel like that's kind of a demotion. We still at Faust Court. It's a different conversation about Faust Court, but we're on the next story level now. We're now on the second mission. Well, it's more story, but on the second one now. Okay, reasonable, huh? Oh, reasonable, huh? Do I want to ask how expensive the other options are, if this counts as reasonable? A windowless room, thick with sharp scent of medicine and chemicals. Kira was sitting on the bed at the center of the room, kicking her feet as she regarded us. For someone recovering from bisection, she didn't look much different from how she'd appeared when I'd seen her through the sinner's shared vision. Oh, she got cut in half, right? I forgot about that. Did she get, like... She got, like... She got sliced. Right. See the scar? Yeah, I guess that's the, where the, snap was. Did I just read this? For someone recovering from bisection, she didn't look much different from how she appeared when I first seen her through the sinner's shared vision. She was captured alive for the extraction of information, yes. How far along is the progress of the extraction? Hasn't begun yet, actually. It hasn't yet begun, actually. We are waiting until the lines of information that warrant questioning can be isolated. So far, all available personnel have been fully engaged in analyzing the documents and items discovered in the House of Spiders. What should we been doing here? There's work to be done, contingent upon information obtainable only from a recent inhabitant of the House of Spiders. And following a discussion with the upper management, I've decided to put you to use as the company had originally intended. No TV, no comic books, just a super prickly glare and a cold shoulder whenever I ask for something to pass the time. And now you suddenly need my help, huh? Maybe one reason I should cooperate. Honheim didn't so much as twitch an eyebrow at Kira's biting tone. He merely gave her a nod with a steely, imperturbable... We're looking this word up. What? Imperturbable? What kind of a word is interperbable? Wait, interpretable? Wait, huh? Imperturbable is an adjective meaning unshakably calm, composed, and not easily upset or agitated, even in stressful situations. What kind of a word is that, bro? Imperturbable. Oh my god. Imperturbable. Imperturbable expression. What a word. Where does Project Moon pull these out of? Like, do they just like look up complicated words and then just like save them for a rainy day? Like, oh wow. And that's why when I'm the smart guy, control combat guy. I mean, it seems like Dante. I mean, this is Dante's description though, so Dante is the smart one. And hey, you can't become the smart one unless you learn about words. So if I just brushed it off without practicing it and learning it, then I wouldn't know that the word imperturbable means to remain calm even in stressful situations, but now I know that. I didn't ask for your help. Put you to use, I believe is what I said. What? Your survival is not incidental. It is the result of calculation. The company anticipates a potential profit by keeping you alive. Expected gain, as the term goes. Without such a forecast on the company's part, you would have already been disposed of. The upper management consists of people who would be disinclined to tolerate the daily maintenance and depreciation costs of this room, even at half of their current numbers. Which brings us to our next point. Should you insist on maintaining this uncooperative attitude, the company may decide to convene a meeting to reassess your worth, or shall we say lack thereof, in its projected income statement. Kit Kat fate. Well, Well, if it was on someone's bingo card, they'd be able to check it off. Well, although I guess this is like the equivalent of like gluing one back together. You know? It's like, I don't know why you'd glue it back together, but I mean, you could. Well, she survived. I mean, it doesn't mean it didn't happen though. She still got, you know, snapped in half. Just because she got put back together doesn't mean that she's not, well, I guess she's not in two pieces anymore, but okay. Which brings us to our next point. Should you insist on maintaining this uncooperative attitude, the company may decide to convene a meeting. I just read that. Lack thereof in projected income statement. Okay. Abs. I mean, I guess she has abs. Well, suffice to say that such a reassessment would skew heavily against your favor. The outcome would be a recommendation for immediate disposal. When I'm always had a way with words that could prickle and sting. But Kira, with Kira, it almost felt as if he'd traded the unusual thorn off for a sharper knife, intent on twisting it right where it hurt. Dead meat as soon as my usefulness runs out anyway. It's not like you're gonna let me live, not after I killed a bazillion of your guys. So I anticipated some form of corporate level retaliatory response against your person. That is indeed a curious line of reasoning. Why is he speaking like that? But I must tell you that, unlike your typical backstreet syndicate, such as the middle corporate entities of the city tend to avoid choices that may incur losses. I guess he normally speaks like that. The value of the information that could be extracted from an apprentice of the middle and the combat prowess honed under the tutelage of a great brother of the middle, these two considerations are likely what increased your value in the eyes of the company. Y'all got zero self-respect, huh? You should consider yourself fortunate. Heck are you on about? Other companies would not solicit your cooperation by means of verbal exchange. Your interrogator would simply open your cranium, harvest your brain, and extract any and all necessary information without going through intermediary steps such as this. Wow, it's almost like some kind of lobotomy corporation. Wow. Even without resorting to such methods, the range of available means to compel the disclosure of information is practically limitless. Truth serums, hypnotic suggestions, electrical shocks and stimulations, and of course, procedures utilizing distortions and abnormalities. That being said, the LCE department prefers to distance itself from such uncivilized approaches that may entail complications and after effects. Are they gonna wobble her? I don't know. I don't know if the head would like that very much. I do hope that we share a similar prediction. Predilection. You're so annoying, you know that? Feeling is entirely mutual. Leaving the biting chill of his threats to sink in, Ho and I turned toward the exit. Give her some push and bring her along. I don't quite seem to be myself today. No, disregard that. Oh, no, disregard that. That too was a rather foolish thing to say. I will defer this matter to you, manager. Work of this sort likely falls more within your capabilities than my own. And with that, Ho and I stepped out of the room, leaving me to deal with Kira. Make the fight. The fight? I mean, I haven't fought anybody yet, so I don't know anything about any fights. His reaction was understandable. The LCE had only just finished laying its dead researchers to rest. Kira was probably the last person anyone would want to face right now, much less speak to. What shall I even say to persuade her? Puff. Still caught in thought when someone, quite unexpectedly, made her way to Kira. Yoshihide? You. Heard he got stabbed in the back by Mateus. That's not true. Yeah, she got sliced in half. It's a difference. Papa wasn't landing a fatal blow unless he cut through me too. That's why he did exactly that, to aim for the enemy's head. Besides, he made the right choice. A little sacrifice ain't a thing in a family. Huh. Family, coming from him. A middle mutt thrown out of his kennel. Colonel? Kennel. Doesn't it sound ridiculous even to you? That's thrown out. Mateus was a great brother only by technicality. He messed up bad. He was still family by name, but underneath it everyone hoped he'd disappear quietly on his own. He was that family member and nobody wanted him around. Same treatment for me, being his brat. Not surprising, it's the... Same thing for the bowl cut, too. Same tastes? Oh, young Ryoshu, could it be that thou also dost harbor a passionate zeal for fix? I quickly clapped a hand over Don Quixote's mouth as she smoothly chimed into the conversation. So, what exactly is your point? The point is, you're taking too long. If you can't decide whether you want to live or die, I can shorten the hesitation. Cut quickly, or I'll slice your neck clean right this instant. What does that mean? Cooperate quietly, or I'll snap your neck completely right this instant. She looks so proud of that. Snap your neck completely isn't such a bad way to go if you're keen on taking that loyalty act straight to the grave. This is so crappy. Whatever, I get it, okay. I'll talk if that's what you want so bad. That actually worked. Fixers who go out in a blaze of glory aren't actually the strong ones. It's the ones who survive, the ones who live to see another day and keep getting stronger. Anyway, Yoshihide, what's up with you talking in weird abbreviations? Like SYNC? That's so random. Oh, who even says that? Ryoshu didn't bother to reply and simply chewed on the mouth end of her cigarette. Is this really the right call? To her are probably people she needs to settle the score with. As if. Half her tattoos are gone. Clock? They've been confiscated her book. I think the middle's sorry excuse for loyalty means so much for this stray that she'd bite us. Besides, no, better hear it from her instead. Hey, tell me why Mateus kicked the bucket. That's cause... well... cause he was weaker than y'all. Huh. Yeah, you're the jerk's brat, alright. Kira pushed herself up from the bed with a sour face, but at least she didn't argue back. So is she, like, bedridden right now? Is she supposed to, like, is she right now lying down, hooked up to all the machines or something? Or is she, like, sitting down, or is she just standing up? I don't know. And we called Hohenheim, who'd been waiting outside back in... Did I miss something? Nah, we're fine. I assume the prisoner was successfully persuaded. Okay, I kind of want to speed this up a little bit, so I'm going to try to read quickly now. home, you will find your weapon on the table. You may use it in the event of an emergency. What the hell? I can't even unsheath it. Ah, you won't be able to use it without authorization. The code has been slightly adjusted. Now then, let us head to the House of Spiders at once. The back door is up and waiting for us. We made our way to the House of Spiders with Kira trailing behind us, looking like she was smelling something particularly fishy on us. Okay, of course, in one moment I decide to go faster. It's already at the end. Okay. Now, can we do combat now? Ooh, we can. Alright, I think I want to do one combat encounter. I don't know how much more I'll do, but I do want to do one. Okay. Ryoshu. I mean, not Ryoshu. Rodya. Why do people even equip facades? Like, what is the point of that? Like, why do people do that? Why would someone do such a thing? Like, why? Like, why? And especially on a support ID as well, like, it's not even like you're the one using the ID. For the memes? Oh. There we go. Well, that wasn't too difficult. Alright, let's run it. Is this team okay? Probably. That's good enough. And go. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, we do get stories as well. Okay. Hopefully this won't take too long. Only a few days had passed since our last visit, but the place looked markedly different from what we remembered. The sight of the hollow, frigid atmosphere, and the endless stretch of corridors hadn't changed. But Callisto's so-called artworks were now covered in white sheets, and unfamiliar devices were affixed all around the back doors. Prithee, who might those people thither be? What is that? It's like some shady people moved in already. Our guarded reaction prompted Hohenheim to step forward and gesture into one of the oddly dressed figures. Seems introductions are in order for both sides. This is team leader Alan from Wayfarer Company. Wayfarer Company? W Corp? No. Wait. No, wait, yeah, no, W was Warp. But is there a new W Corp? From Wayfarer Company, who will be working with us in the investigation into the house's back doors. Wayfarer Company? A corporate entity partnered with LIMBUS Company, responsible for providing portal technology. It has, on prior occasion, been referred to as the new or aspirant W. Okay, so it is the new W Corp. The one's trying to replace. Okay. Though the name is an unofficial one. It was mentioned once a few weekends ago. Was it? I do not remember that. Our employees also have taken a liking. Our employees have also taken to calling you the new L Corp. Something we have in common, given that we're both chasing after the same horizon. Yeah, I don't know if we are. I feel like L Corp is a little bit more important than W Corp in this story, but you can believe that if you want to. Ah, I remember that company vying to take W Corp's place, right? The same horizon. He's probably talking about getting recognized as a wing. After all, the old L Corp has already fallen off, while W Corp, from what I've heard, is free falling at this point. And these are the manager and sinners of the LCB department, our field operations unit, frequently deployed to deal with on-site matters firsthand. They have more personnel, but the rest are tied up with other duties elsewhere. Only a handful will be joining this investigation effort. W Corp. Yeah, I guess they've been on a decline for a while. I understand field operations. Hold on, did I miss something? No, we're fine. I understand field operations units are almost always understaffed anyway. The support you've provided is more than sufficient. That was loud. Alan gave an understanding nod. The man slipped off his bulky helmet before extending his hand in greeting. W Corp's main energy supplier was L Corp. Right. Since L Corp fell. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. That does indeed make sense. Pleased to make your acquaintance. The name's Alan, the leader of Door Breach Team 4. What does that even mean? Likewise. Before Faust could even relay my reciprocal greeting, words spilled out of Alan's mouth in a strangely uneven rhythm, as if my ticking didn't bother him at all, like he was sticking to a script he had rehearsed. I've heard great things about you, Manager Dante of LIMBUS Company, and the bus team's performance. Wow, that does sound like a script. This is like... There's been 2 times, only 2 times, a first time chatter says, "Hi, how has your day been?" Or "Hi, how are you doing?" Both times that happens, they ended up trying to sell me stuff. I don't know why this reminded me of that. I don't know why. Yeah. Second half, yeah, second half. It was during a, I mean, the first one was during an Enfield stream, and then the second was during a LobCorp stream. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of people doing that. Yeah, no, if I do not like stuff like that happening. Yeah, no, yeah, no. There's one in the thumbnail stream? Not really. I mean, no one, not exactly. That one was kind of the opposite. That one, someone almost tried to commission me, but yeah, no, that one was almost the other way around. Yeah, that was interesting. For great things about you, Manager Dante of LIMBUS Company, and the bus team's performance. Would you like to buy a new clock head? You capitalize on the suppression of distortions at T Corp as a leverage to push your products. And the profits were nothing short of staggering, I heard. I had to commission. Low-key, that's like way too difficult for me to set up, though. Not gonna lie. Actually, if I ever get yeah, no, never mind. I was gonna say, if I actually manage to get the if I manage to get half monetized, then that would be like plausible, but then again, I don't know if I would actually want to do commissions, because I don't really, yeah, no, I don't know if I would want to actually do that or not. We'll see. You capitalize on the suppression of distortions at T Corp as a leverage to push your products, and the profits were nothing short of staggering, I heard. It's gonna be a pain. I mean, yeah, no, because I wouldn't do anything off stream. Like if someone was like, "Oh yeah, here's a bunch of money to draw something." Well, also, if someone does that and I don't say like, "Oh yeah, I'll do this if you do that," then like I'm not gonna just let people like throw money and say, "Oh yeah, you should do this now." That's not how I operate. Although I'm very far from even being half monetized still. So I don't really have to worry about that for a while. Okay, anyways. Capitalized on the suppression of distortions at T Corp. Didn't I read this like 3 times already? We're moving on. Oh yeah, we're supposed to be distortion resolving specialists to the public, but what's that product part about? What a NPC. Like, what are they, like, generic, standard, sucking up, like, what a bot, bro, like, what does this guy think he is? Okay, yeah. Looks like the one guy from Kanto 1. Did he have a bow? I don't know if I'm thinking of the same guy or not. The manager says it was merely a matter of luck. They also look forward to working with you on this task. Wow, Faust really just clutched up there. Oh, are you the interpreter? In that case, I'll be sure to consult the manager only when both of you are available. Yo, why can't you just talk to the manager on your own? You know, why doesn't Dante just get really good at doing charades? Like, why doesn't he just like, why doesn't he just learn sign language? Do they not have that? He could just do sign language. Like, how have they not thought of this? Does the city not have sign language? I mean, I guess it would make sense if they don't actually, because I guess they do only use, like, they do try to just have only one language for everybody, I guess, but I don't know. Look out somewhere here. Maybe I know the guy. I don't remember though. Okay. I just want to get to the fight. Sure. Check support units, tags, and passives. Okay, if I remember, I'll try. Have a good one. All right. Sure, Faust didn't seem particularly pleased with the role Alan had pinned on her, but she nodded anyway. She quietly came to my side and answered my earlier question, while Alan carried on with Hohenheim. He's referring to the Monolith sales project. The credit was attributed to the LCB at the express request of Mr. Hubert, T Corp's executive director. Oh, so that's how the rumor spread, huh? We've reviewed the agreements. Now I understand you'll be assisting in verifying what lies beyond the back doors. I'd appreciate it if you could share any prior knowledge you have about where these back doors connect, as detailed as you can make them, if you don't mind. I don't like this guy. I feel like he's gonna like betray us or something. Like he's just too suspicious. He's just too normal. I need a Faust with fluid sack. Yeah, fluid sack's pretty good. Borrow time. Hohenheim fixed Kira with a pointed look. Though Kira responded by defiantly cocking her head in a show of irritation, she still gave up a sliver of information she had. Honestly, I've got pretty much nothing. If it's about Robo-Unk and his room. Who is Robo-Unk? I mean, I've seen Albina hit up that door and the other one over there when she was popping out to farm stuff, but farm stuff? Is she grinding for mats? Is she grinding for her stats boosts? Like, what's going on? Farm? Oh, it's gathering material. She is grinding for mats. What kind of material? It's human flesh, isn't it? Human guts and all that. Yeah, of course. She'd come back hauling piles of them. So they're probably connected to the back streets area. Back streets. Any more details? Can you stop prying? You're low-key pissing me off. What? That's literally all I've got, for real. For a moment, Alan leveled Kira with a stiff expression. What? And even before I could register what happened, Kira's head jerked to the side from a sudden punch by Alan. Can we fight Alan? I've had enough of him. I've had enough of his tomfoolery. Enough of his shenanigans. His rambunctiousness. His NPC-like bot behavior. I've had enough of it. Can we like beat him up? Arrgh. I thought Kira was nimble enough to dodge a surprise attack easily, but this one seemed to have caught her completely off guard. She stood there blinking, eyes round in a rude surprise. Actually, it wasn't that he caught her off guard, it was the motion of the punch itself that somehow felt off. The fist being raised, the arm being extended, the blow making contact. The chain of actions was there, but it just didn't look normal. This guy... something's off about this guy. Did you just hit me? What the hell's wrong with... As Kira reeled from the unexpected strike, Don Quixote spoke up in a cold, sharp tone. Yes! Don! Impale him with thy spear of justice. Thou, what manner of discourtesy is this? With all that whining, I thought that brat could use a lesson to remind her of her place. If anyone needs to be put in their place, it's this guy. Why is he attacking our guide? I had no intention of damaging your company asset, of course. I simply assumed the level of warning would not be inappropriate in this case. Team leader Alan. Sort of conduct may not be an issue in your organization, but it is here. Should it happen again, do understand that we may choose to terminate today's joint engagement without delay. My apologies, I will keep that in mind going forward. Why is he even here? Why do we need him? Alan stood down without arguing back, but Kira looked far from satisfied with how Hohenheim handled the situation. He gets to sock me in the face and walk off scot-free. So annoying. Fortunately enough, her grumbling didn't escalate into her lashing out at Alan. That punch just now, though, what was that? It exhibited a behavior that defied the standard laws of physics. Did he... Alright, hear me out. What if he has cursed energy, and when he punches, his cursed energy is delayed, so it acts like a second impact? What if it was like that? That would be a very unique idea that I've never seen anywhere before. That'd be crazy. JJK, what? No. Genshin. Where did Genshin come from? Impact. Oh. What do they call Yuji's attack? I don't remember. Anyways, standard laws of physics. Presumably a form of technology utilized by Wayfarer Company. Wayfarer Company does not roll off the tongue like LIMBUS Company does. Black Flash? No, it's like his standard. When he's just throwing hands, but it doesn't line up with his body, and it like lags behind, so he does like 2 impacts on every hit. Like one with his physical strength and then one with the cursed energy. What if he makes a negative energy? Combines with a negative energy to make it a positive energy. Use that positive energy to make it his power up. That's an idea. Combine a positive coin with a negative coin to create an imaginary coin. Hollow coin. Okay. Let us presume the task at hand. Scenario, should we give Manager Allen... Manager Allen? Who does this guy think he is to be called a manager? He's not the manager of no one in this room. Give Alan whatever information you have. Puff. That door should lead to one of the ring-protected turfs. The other two on the left, I remember they were marked with an X painted with blood. But I half not intellect. Oh, I have no idea. But I have no idea where they actually lead. It's all blurry. Seems that's all the information we can provide. Will that suffice? We now know the doors likely connect to a perceivable area. That's already a big improvement in terms of intel for Wayfarer Company's backdoor mapping progress. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy at all. Which means there's a less chance of us encountering a space beyond human perception, past those doors. Alright, then I'll proceed with connection verification. Which door shall we test first? I'll start with the one Ryosha mentioned. Huh. You don't trust me at all, huh? And why even bring me along? Ignoring Kira's jibe, Alan began setting up various devices on the door, and soon an elegant white door opened before us. Shall we? Art thou joining us as well, young Hohenheim?
Just this once! Just this once, he said the thing. He said the thing.
Let's give it every last drop. Just this once. There are procedures for handing over field operations. Okay, let's see what's in there. The fact that it's Dawn asking that as well is so perfect. Yo, what the? Can we like inspect the exhibit really quick? Okay, let's inspect the exhibit first. First of all, what in the world is that? Is that a kraken, shark, octopus, elephant, bull, lizard, rhino, deer, whale? Hold on, that's the eye of a whale. How did they get the eye of a whale, though? Unless it's not a whale. Okay, and then over here they got a claw. Okay. Over here they got like half of a rhinoceros. I don't know where the other half is. What is that? Alright, I guess they got half of a rhinoceros with a tail as well. Or, I don't know, some taxidermied creature. We got something over there. I don't know what that is. Something with horns. And then we got, looks like 3 different things. They have horns and tusks. That's interesting. And it's like a alligator or a crocodile, whichever one it is. They got, I can't tell what that is back there. Alright, anyways. What? Some kind of wildlife exhibit? Oh, and there's a gorilla. There's is that a snake, maybe? Another one of those. Is that a mammoth? I don't know. Okay. When we stepped in, the lights hit us all at once, drawing squints and frowns from the sinners. Thanks to my lack of physical eyes, I could make out a room filled with statues or perhaps taxidermied animals. It felt like a gallery of sorts, but it was so quiet that the air itself seemed to carry a strange, somber weight. After a moment, someone finally shattered the silence, but it wasn't Don Quixote or our usual suspect. Wow. The scale is just insane. That's the whale from 8 Association Great Lake special issue. So it is a whale. Well, kind of, maybe. Kira, who'd seemed beaten down all along, exclaimed with a bit more energy in her voice. Man, seeing it in real life sure hits different. And the Indigo Elder solo one shots these monsters with that harpoon of his, huh? How did the ring end up with a whale from the Indigo Elder? It's a Great Lake whale. Doesn't look like the one we've encountered, though. Organisms of various sources can be identified here. Singularity, modified, outskirts born. They look almost alive. They're not, right? No, they're not. Duh. Though Robo-Unk did say that the... Okay, so Robo-Unk is the ring maestro. Or the ring nurse father, I mean. Okay. The Robo-Unk did say that the ring has these zoos where they put monsters on display live. Man, this would have been way more fun if we could see the moving ones. Everything here's dead. Still looks crazy sick, though. The vibe really hits. Even though she was trying to play it cool, Kira kept sneaking glances at the massive horned display off to the side, clearly surprised in a way she couldn't hide. That said, I felt a distinct shortage of hyperactivity given the presence of a certain someone in our party. I feel like Dawn is just like disgusted by these things, is she not? Don Quixote? The eye of a... What? The eye of a second kindred? Of House... Teps? Well, what is it doing here? At the mention of the word kindred, I couldn't help but follow Don Quixote's gaze. Opposite of the whale was another kind of exhibit. Contained items leaning in the more gruesome side of things, starting with a crimson eyeball that caught Don Quixote's attention and body parts like hands and bones that looked as though they'd been stripped from the human body. Is that the eye? I think that's the eye, right? Because that's the hand. Those are the body parts. I think that's the eye there, potentially. It's a gallery of the School of Fauvism, probably a main studio at that, which comes with a maestro's atelier and the auction house, and an auction house. Alan, we will be making our exit shortly. Prepare to initiate lockdown sequence. Before Honam could even finish his urgent transmission, numerous footsteps closed in from somewhere nearby. What is that? Yo, the music though. Turning toward the sound of shoes clacking on the floor, we found strange figures wearing animal masks staring directly at us. That presence, it's kind of like Papa's. Ain't no way. It's not a raid boss. A raid boss? We're going in with a team of 6 to get our rewards from our weekly raid boss or something. A raid boss we can clear at our level. Oh, right. She talks about games. Okay, so they're not actually called a raid boss. She's just using game terms. Never mind. I forgot she does that. Gotta get out of here. It's not that simple. Retreating is not a viable solution here. This door is connected to the House of Spiders. Escaping without installing a security system will invite pursuit. We must stall them until Alan is ready to initiate the lockdown sequence. As tension thickens, one of the strangers, who wore a peculiar bone mask, stepped forward. Why is this open? The voice that spoke to us carried equal part curiosity and delight. You came through that door. Then the house's fall wasn't just a baseless rumor. A stray little spiderling fallen from her parents' web. How many years has it been? You... who are you? Alright, makes sense that you would fail to recognize me. I used to wear a different mask back when I used to visit as your tutor, didn't I? A wolf, if memory serves right. Yes, that must have been when I was quite captivated by the sensation of tearing into the raw, still thrashing flesh of living prey and the predator's ferocious yet cavernously resonant howling. Rings a bell. Ring. Hear that maestro, whose whole lesson was a 3-hour sermon praising the intensity of primary colors and the strength of living creatures. Benoit, was it? Is that how it's pronounced? That's right. Emile Benoit. Or is it Benoit? Maybe it's Benoit. I don't know. Emile Benoit. And they say you can't hatch a phoenix from a chicken's egg. Doesn't always apply, I see. Looks like that mind of yours is still sly as a raven, unlike your nurse father's. Don't presume. I only remember you because the tactility of hides and guns made for a possible what's that? Made for a possible what's that? Made for a possible advanced weapon. Artificial weapon, I don't know. At first glance, it looked like Ryoshu was casually taking a trip down memory lane with the maestro. But I had a feeling she was, in fact, dragging this out on purpose to buy us time. The lockdown sequence thing, how much longer till it's ready? Young Hohenheim, the lockdown sequence. Don Quixote, who had been shooting the ring members, an incensed glare sparked by the discovery of a kindred's eye swiftly relayed my words to Hohenheim without even a hint of her earlier shenanigans. I'm afraid the progress and speed of the lockdown sequences lies in Alan's hands, not mine. It is by its nature a time-consuming work we cannot expect haste. Perhaps that does make this a suitable juncture to trial Plan A. Plan A? Any suggestions that involve Don Quixote removing her shoes will not be dignified with a serious discussion. Instead, maybe what Hohenheim had in mind had nothing to do with Don Quixote's shoes, because he opened his mouth as though he was about to retort to Faust's categorical rejection. But the moment he followed Faust's eyes and saw what she was looking at, he quietly shut his mouth and said nothing further. Faith in potentiality is not something I dislike. As for this, however, it seems more like grasping at straws. At the end of their gaze was Ryoshu's blade. Araya Shiki. I was going to try using it anyway. I've long wanted to see a maestro's death, if a maestro's death is any different. Telling him that we were just leaving won't work, will it? No, it won't. Every individual present here would be quite the fascinating specimen to the artists of the ring. We're practically a windfall of inspiration and material that has so conveniently been delivered to them. Is it improbable that they will... Is it improbable that they will allow us to return unharmed? Should that be it is improbable instead of is it? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe those are swapped around a little bit. Faust is right, she and Hohenheim are geniuses, and Ryoshu is the wielder of Arashiki. Don Quixote is a kindred of a higher generation, and I happen to house a golden bow in my head. I have no idea how much information the ring has on us. But even if they knew nothing, they wouldn't let us go easily. Are you sure about this, Ryoshu? It doesn't matter if I'm sure about this or not. Clock. Think of that woman as Lei Heng. And do as you did in Heathcliff's mansion. Heathcliff's mansion? I'll take care of the rest. Alright, it's probably our best shot. What Ryoshu meant was quite clear. Resonate with the golden bow, secure an advantage to fight on equal footing, then catch them off guard by slowing down the flow of time. A cut from the Arashiki, even if it doesn't give us a real fighting chance, might at least stall the Maestro long enough to give us the time to get away. This floor of the exhibit only houses submissions from students and docents. But if you look closely enough, there are some passable ones that show the promise of excellence. And above all, this is the gallery of the School of Fauvism. And mine, the gallery of Emile Benoit. Which is why I would have preferred to take you out without an unnecessary fight if possible. A shame. Still, we're talking about a unique relic here. Masterless one at that. Acquiring the Arashiki still makes it worth the cost. If you want a taste. Fusion flickered across Ryoshi's face as she tried to unsheath her blade. What's the matter? How? She can't unsheath it, can she? The lock the House of Spiders used to bind the Arashiki no longer exists. So why can't I draw the blade? That's unexpected. So the rumors of you mastering that relic, were they false? The Maestro only gave a loose swing of her arm, but it was enough to make Ryoshi recoil. A shadow of surprise crossed her face. The wound looked like nothing more than a light gash, yet the Maestro's contemplative gaze shifted between the blood on Ryoshi's arm and her own, as though the attack had been an experiment to prove a hypothesis. It wasn't hard to guess what she was thinking. Noticed it, did you? I had my doubts from the moment I saw you today. Was the House of Spiders a success or a failure? Tell me, Yoshihide, what do you think a serpent's defining strength is? What are you on about now? Ask any student and they'll give the same predictable answers. The deadly venom, the sleek scales, why, it's lamentably disappointing. The Maestro advanced toward us with an assured certainty, and seized a beige thread dangling from the ceiling. No, calling it a mere thread would be wrong. It was something that resembled a thread, yet felt much more disturbing. I, for one, have a particular liking for the jaw and the spine. The flexibility of the spine, linked like a chain into the jaw, bound not by bone but by ligaments that allow the animal to swallow its prey whole. Perhaps I should have said that I admire their structural refinement. The thrice-coiled ring on her finger gave a cold glint, and the walls and the ceilings suddenly began to echo with the sickening squelch and crack of flesh and bones assembling. The hell is that? Which brings me to ask, what better way to claim this delivery of promising material with a single bite than a work of art fashioned from a snake? The Maestro plunged her arm into the long, serpentine body of the monster. Her sheer presence radiated a pressure as oppressive as that of the Nurse Fathers, only more primal and untempered. Consider it a privilege. This is the first time this piece has ever been exhibited to an outsider. Hohenheim. Is the lockdown sequence still not ready? 1 minute to go. Step aside. The attack from the eco gear Hohenheim hastily brandished didn't even last a moment, so the weapon was knocked from his hand. As I scrambled to equip the sinners with their identities, something abruptly stopped the beast-like appendage midway through its hurtling motion. And the one who intercepted the blow was Kira, struggling to push back against the serpentine arm with her still sealed blades. What is going on here? What am I looking at? Okay, so the ring member is there, and they're, what, sending a giant snake after them? Oh wait, yeah, no, these are fangs. That's a mouth. Okay. Kira? Did she suddenly have a change of heart that I wasn't aware of? This wasn't the plan at all. Obviously not, she couldn't have changed her mind that quickly. Because the look on her face couldn't be anything other than that of utter regret. Middle, For someone who doesn't seem to be a proper member, you've inked quite the quantity of tattoos onto yourself. Huh. Must be the new kit Mateus took in. Why do you stand in my way? I don't know, I'm already regretting it, alright. They're definitely gonna ditch me here. Why did I even... Must be instincts taking over. Can't fully shake off the opponent's killing intent, so the body chose to clash head on. Okay, I have to drink more water. Some behavioral facet of the psyche can be controlled with suitable training and unexpected data, but useful to be sure. Lucky my voice is like kind of dying, and I don't know why. Shut it, quit yapping, and let me use my blades. Authorized and ready, lifting locks now. Kira's thermal weapons emerged from their sheaths with a metallic clang. She used the recoil of motion to skid back and assume a defensive stance. Naturally, that broke him. Benoit's arm from the deadlock as well. The Maestro lashed out again with the monstrous limb, but... Huh. 'Tis a foul injustice to strike against an unprepared opponent in a duel. Behold, for I shall allow thee a glimpse of the great form that only the most renowned of fixers have displayed through the ages. Seeing an opening, Don Quixote slammed into the arm with her full might, knocking it off its trajectory. Predictably, however, the sheer force of the Maestro's attack instantly reduced her to a red sludge of flesh and bone, sending her remains crashing to the door. Ready to initiate lockdown sequence. I'll seal the door immediately upon your exit. Everyone to the door. Faust retrieved the organic remnants of Sinner number 3. As Faust made her exit with what was once Don Quixote, the students of the ring surrounded Kira, barring her way out. A hollow chuckle slipped out of her lips. Called it for real. This is exactly why I didn't want to get involved. Taking Kira back with us would mean having a sizable force of ring trail right behind her through the door. Kira, too, seems to have realized the risk that no one in their right mind would want to take. She lowered her head in defeat as though she knew full well the fate that awaited her. I'm so dumb. What was I thinking diving in like that? You, don't just stand there. Get over here now. Huh? But these guys are gonna come flooding in if I... You. To the machine. Want to get cleaved in half again? Pin this on me later, you're gonna pay. Blocking the Maestro's arm by a hair as it came down on her again, Kira hurled herself toward the door with every bit of strength she could muster. More than a few students rushed in through the doorway, chasing after the sinners who had gone in ahead, but lockdown sequence complete. All backdoor links have been cut. Fortunately, Alan managed to sever the connection between the two back doors before the Maestro could cross over. Bowl cut. Think you can still use your arms? I'm fine. So she says. Kira would be a strong enough addition to fight for us, but the ring members that have managed to cross formed a rather sizable force. fighting them off with just the sinners I have at my side would not be the best course of action. In that case, guys, I assume you're all available right now. As soon as I call it to the sinners, their voices come through Hohenheim's radio one after another. Huh? I guess so. Ready for your order, Executive Manager. I, Otis, am prepared to answer your call whenever and wherever. Huh? Hang on, I just need to finish this bite. Everyone to me. Okay, finally we're at our first fight, and my voice is like destroyed after all this reading. Okay. 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 Alright. What do you do? Alright guys, it's time for the review of the 14th Sinner. Let's check her stats. Okay, 4 and 2. It's not too bad because it rolls a 10. Final power 2. I mean, rolling a 12, that's kind of low, not gonna lie. Like, when everyone's rolling 15s on their skill ones, her rolling a 12 hurts a little bit. 3 blunt bonus damage. I don't know why she has that. She has that. Oh, I like how it's crossed out now. Okay. Level 65. That's true. I mean, it's only gonna give her 1 bonus clash power though. Try to fade, boost the battle speed. I'll check. I do want to look through this really quickly though. Reuse this coin 3 times. At 3+. So how do we get her to get this? Thermal blade skill when thermal blade's on. Do something on it. Okay, how does she gain grudge? When hit by a skill. When ally is hit. Okay, so we want people to get hit or something, I guess. What is this? Oh, right, Malkuth. What do you guys do? Oh, it's Meursault. Okay, it's just Meursault, that's it. Oh, the Blood Fiend team would have been very good for this. Oh wait, hold on. We have the Blood Fiend team. Never mind. What's that? Nice. We can pop a skill 1. You know what? Actually, yeah, I'll do a skill 1. And we'll try to get, I guess we could go for Rathrez. Okay. You know, I feel like my throat from all this reading, you know, like, I feel like my voice is like destroyed. Hopefully it'll be better by tomorrow. Yeah, I kind of gotta, after this fight I'm probably gonna call it, because if I keep reading my voice is gonna, like, get even worse, and I don't wanna deal with that. I mean, I don't think this fight is that difficult. I mean, there's only 10 enemies. Actually, they're like not taking a lot of damage though. That was loud. Sorry to all ear users. Things I also want to do, I also want to continue this as well, because Enfield, oh wait, it's so loud. Because Enfield, I'm not gonna do for that long. Like, I'm only gonna like look at it very briefly. But I wanna see if I can finish up this tomorrow. I don't know how long it'll take though. I don't know if I'll have time either. I'll have to see. Suggestions. Oh, she low-key needs to get hit more. Okay, hold on. Pause. Pause. She needs to take more damage so that she gains her buff more. Okay.
무기를 만드는 것만큼 내가 어버이보다 뛰어나.
15 turns of suffering. Ooh. Ooh, hold on. This triple low-key is looking pretty good. Actually, I don't need it though. What about that into 78? Doesn't need it though. This doesn't have attack, wait, does it? I don't think it does. I kind of want to save that. I don't know if it'll spend it though. Does it consume it? Okay, no, it only consumes on using that, so let's not use that. Let's just use our other skills first for a sec. I can do that. That should be fine. Actually, let's save it for an absolute lust resin. Let's just use everything except the lust skills, and then we'll just have one massive burst, and it'll be crazy strong. Losing dominating clash. Thank you, Sinclair. Does he not clash good? I thought he was supposed to clash well. I thought he was like good at clashing.
무기를 만드는 것만큼 내가 어버이보다 뛰어났지.
Okay, I'm still just gonna spam all the non-lust skills. Just because. Because then when we get to spam all of them in one turn, then it'll be funny, big number. Sorry, my voice is like kind of dying today. Bro. Okay. Okay, that was good. How many minis are even left? Is there only 4 left? Oh, there's only 4 left. Wait, is that actually it? We can do this now then, if that's the case. I don't think we even need to. You know, I kind of want to save it in case there's like a strong enemy at the end. Consume 10 hard blood for every 10 hard blood. Cool. That's really awesome. Thank you for that, Don Quixote. Okay, I mean that should be enough. Should be enough. Yeah, no, that was 2 points. Okay. So you kind of, all you need is the Rodya bonus, or is the Rodya support, and then if you have Ring Meursault and then Ring Otis, then you just need to get Meursault from the event, and then you're good. All for the 120%. Okay, now I'm probably gonna call it here. Please don't give me story. Please don't give me dialogue. No, no! I need to rest my voice, please. Okay. It's only the first door and the impediments are already beyond expected levels. I swear I thought that was it for me back there. Events of this nature, sigh, will be frequent. We were merely beset by ill luck. If you'd just listened to me and picked another door, we wouldn't have gotten cooked like that in the first place. Like, why even drag me into this if you aren't gonna trust me? Weirdos. We'd have opened them all at the end of the day. Same difference. Same difference? What's that? Same difference. Oh, well, I guess I just predicted the future. Again, why shorten it like that? Just say duh or something, or spell it out and say it was anticipated. That's... Okay, this one I don't know. Huh? Hold on, what could that be? Say it was anticipated. Oh, it means was anticipated. Okay. Good work, everyone. Wayfarer does have a team dedicated to this sort of task, but the mortality rate is quite high. Honestly, I was bracing myself for the worst. I don't like this guy. Can we fire him? The end of Canto 9 was great. The odds of completing the first door of an expedition without any casualties are under 15%. This, by all measures, counts as a flawless expedition. Tapping away at his device, Alan addressed us with an amicable smile. He seemed totally different from the same man who had manhandled Kira with a fist to her face. Those Favists won't be able to cross over anymore with the door completely locked down, right? That cannot be assured. That cannot be asserted with certainty. Stories peak after peak after peak after peak. That's true. Are you saying more might come? Corridors and back doors have always been the ring's turf, clock. And those Fauvist beasts have endured a long-standing faction within the ring. They've got that much history. They must know many back doors, both the origin and destination points. The story controls wheel of motion. Yeah, no, the writing is definitely pretty good. Alan clarified what Ryoshi was hinting at. Yes, compared to them, we lack sufficient knowledge of alternate routes, which make it difficult to prevent infiltration. No need to concern yourselves over much. Even if that were the case, it is unlikely that they would move on the House of Spiders so soon. Huh? They could always rush for a surprise attack, though. Even that Fauvist Maestro seemed to lack clear intel on the events that took place at the House of Spiders. If so, it follows that they will need time to assess and deliberate about the situation. The situation? The logical scope of their concerns will be identifying the organization that had secured the House of Spiders, the possibility of additional traps beyond backdoors and the like. I should probably like mute when I have to cough. My throat just feels so like dry after reading for so long. I don't know, do people usually mute when they cough? I don't know. Maybe they do. Once all backdoor related procedures don't die, fine. My throat just needs to rest, which is why I need to finish reading as soon as possible and then call it a day, but I can't just skip the dialogue. Once all backdoor-related procedures tied to the House of Spiders are completed, the resulting security framework should be able to preempt and block any infiltration attempts. This operation is more important than I thought. Puff. That aside, why couldn't I draw the blade? Is it the new scabbard's fault? Ryoshi lifted the sheathed sword with an irritated frown, and that's when I felt a faint vibration. The blade was twitching ever so slightly. What did he say? That quivering most faint, 'twas seen by all indeed. Damn, I saw it too. Is it possessed or something? Looks like I wasn't the only one who saw the sword twitching, as though I wasn't pleased at all with how Ryoshi was talking about the scabbard. What's that? Oh, it's the tape. Whatever. Ryoshi's gaze lingered on the sword before slowly shifting toward the back doors. Could it be that seeing the scabbard brought back some memory of Arya? Ryoshi, do you... SS. Super secret. A demon edge, unenchanted blade. Which is it? It's probably neither of those. Or is it a sentient sword? Oh, well, that was it. Sentient sword. Although we don't know if it's a sentient scabbard or not. Presents a fine opportunity to conduct another examination on the sword. Excuse us for a moment. Team leader Alan. Please feel free to go ahead. The attack just now damaged some devices, so we're going to have to perform some maintenance before continuing. There's plenty of other work for me to do while you're away too. Are we to return to the headquarters research facility then? No, that won't be necessary. There's a facility that should prove more than adequate. Okay, I can finally rest my voice now. Okay.
이 날카롭고 거친 궤적, 뜯겨나간 실처럼 엉망진창으로 도려내진 이 흉터들.
Very cool.
설마 거미집이 성공한 거야? 잠깐, 그럼 이럴 때가 아니지. 돌아가서 마에스트로 씨에게 말해줘야 해.
Okay, thank you, Rodya. Thank you, Rodya.
모든 손가락이
Rodya,
탐낼만한
you can stop now. Okay. Yeah, no, my voice is like suffering. I need to call it here. I might continue this tomorrow. I don't know if I'll finish it. I don't know how much time I'll have either. I mean, if I end up continuing tomorrow, I'll try to schedule it like an hour before I start it. I mean, we'll see. Although there is also the Enfield update as well that I want to check out for a little bit. I mean, those will be in separate streams. I might do this for a bit and then take a break and then check out Enfield very briefly. Although this might also do very briefly as well, because I'm not sure how much time I'll spend on it. Yeah, I'll have to see if I have time in the first place. Okay, that is... Yo, what? Alright, that's gonna be all for now. Yeah, thanks to anybody that stopped by, and have a good one. Alright, see ya.